here we go, mouse cases for the iPhone 12 Pro Max. So a big shout out to Mous for dropping me their 2 cases for the 12 Pro Max. Lost a little bit of communication in between time and in the meantime, but we were finally able to come back along and get into some mouse cases, because out of all the case brands that I do, man, this is probably one of the most requested cases that I always get, brand wise, always mouse cases. So I appreciate the love. So, and I also appreciate them for supporting the channel. So let's go ahead and get into it, man. We do have their clear version of their MagSafe case here, and we have the Limitless 4.0. So let's go ahead and check out the clear version, because I haven't done a mouse clear case in a while. So we're gonna go ahead and check this bad boy right here out first. Now, the first thing that kind of jumps out at me is that they don't have white magnets on this. They usually have a white magnet, and I don't have another case. For example, this case right here. Usually you see cases, they have a white magnet like this, but this one is a little bit more, it's blue. So this might actually match with the Pacific blue. I don't have a Pacific blue anymore. I have the graphite, space gray, whatever you want to call it. So I'm curious if this would actually go well with the Pacific blue. So nice little switch up right there when it comes to that. And I'm not sure if they provide different color options for different phones. I'm not 100% sure. That might be a thing, but I'm not sure. But you already know, the link will be down below for you guys to check that out. But let's go ahead and take a look at it. First thing, when we're talking about this clear case, you're going to see those magnets. Taking a look at that camera module, one thing that concerns me is it doesn't have any lip for camera protection. So I feel, this is just my assumption real quick while looking at it, I feel like it's going to actually rest on the camera lenses, and that may be an issue. Well, it's not may, it is an issue, but we'll see if that's the thing when it comes to it. Taking a look at that right side, you do get that volume, that power button, and along at the bottom, you do get a lanyard port. So if you're one of those people who likes to put lanyard straps on your phone, you can do this with this case. Take a look at the bottom, you see those speaker cutouts and your lightning cable cutouts. The speaker cutouts are equal. So for those who may not know what I'm talking about, we know when you take a look at the iPhone speakers, they have more on one side than they do the other. A lot of cases like to actually cut them precise to represent that speaker layout. But then some case companies don't really care to do that. They just want to make them equal. And that's what Mous did. All the personal preference. I've heard the story both ways where people like that and they don't like it, but that's kind of up to you to figure out what you like. On the left side, volume up, volume down. You get a little mouse branding down here and cut out for your mute toggle. So let's go ahead and slap, and let me see if I can kind of wipe this off a little bit, because these clear cases can get a little grimy at times, but let's go ahead and slap it on, and here it is, man. This is going to be the clear case offering from Mous for the 12 Pro Max. So first thing of concern that I do want to look at, man, is let's take a look at that camera module. And just like I thought, it doesn't protect the camera. So when you set it down, it's gonna unfortunately sit on those camera modules, because we know they stick out a lot. They protrude a lot on the 12 Pro Max. That's why a lot of cases have lips that goes around them, which I'm surprised that this one doesn't, because let's take a look at the Limitless. That has like a little tiny raised lip that goes around it. So I'm not sure why it wasn't put on this case. So, that's kind of a thing that we got to say. I got to dock points for that, because I don't really understand why there won't be a lip that goes around the camera. So now you have this nice case protecting your phone, but you're not protecting your cameras. So that could be an issue there, man. So moving on, let's take a look at the buttons. Nice and tactile, no issues there. Let's take a look at those cutouts. Now, just like I stated before, as you can see right here, the cutouts are precise, but except this one is just cut out equal to the other side. So that's where you get this kind of effect. But like I said, all personal preference. Volume up, volume down works just good. Getting to that mute toggle switch is also easy there. Taking a look at that late on the protection. Now this does have a nice little lip that goes not all the way around it, because on the middle, this is kind of like a U-shell, as I say, like a half pipe or some type of ramp, where in the middle is kind of flat to the screen itself. But as you go to the top and as you go to the bottom, it does raise itself to give it that late on the table protection. So you're going to get nice lay on table protection with this case. I do have a tempered glass screen protector included. Even with that, it still gives you that protection. So very nice when it comes to that. Let's take a look at how it actually fits on the phone. And I can already tell you, probably mouse cases always fit A1. I'm not expecting anything different with this one. So let's go ahead and do the tug test. Top, absolutely stiff, no budge at all. Coming along the sides, super stiff as well. You don't get any movement. Coming all down the bottom, all very snug. And even when it comes down to that bottom, the number one problem area when it comes to cases. Very snug right there on the bottom. So overall, very nice fit when it comes to mouse for this case. Once again, it's what I expect when it comes to mouse cases. They always provide a very nice fit. And last but not least, how does it feel in your hand? It's a clear case. So we already know clear cases aren't going to give you the best grip if they don't offer you grip. So you got to work with what it is. If you're like me, your hands get a little bit moisture, you can find this case to get a little bit slippery. So that's the thing. And it's a clear case. You're going to show smudges. But once again, a lot of you don't care about that. A lot of you care about protecting your phone, one, and two, showing off the color of your phone. You could care less about fingerprints and everything like that. But just gotta let it be known that it doesn't have that much grip on it. So it will be a little bit slippery in hands, I feel like, to most people. Dropping it down on MagSafe, it works. Well, it's wireless charging, but the MagSafe animation didn't come up. That animation is so hit or miss. It's so sometimes it's unreal, but it does work just fine with wireless charging. But look at the strength of this magnet. If you guys don't know, this is a stainless steel block that holds the MagSafe in there. So when you pick it up off your phone, it doesn't move. But this bad boy is heavy. I'm talking about this thing has some weight to it and it picks it up. So shout out to Mous for having some super strong magnets in this case. Yeah, impressive, impressive. A lot of companies say they have MagSafe cases, but the magnet is so weak, you might as well not have it. Not the case when it comes to this. So good job. I like the case, but the no protection on the camera thing really does irk me. But if you want that clear case and you want to have some strong magnets, then this is what they offer. All right, and last but not least, well, we only got two cases, so it's not just last but not least, but taking a look at the Limitless 4.0. Now, usually when case companies always send me email, they ask me what cases do I want. You know, go on the website, pick out some cases, and then go about it like that. But with Mous, I told them to give me their two popular cases, but I said for sure, make sure you include the Limitless because this has always been one of my favorite cases. A few annoyances over in the past, in the previous versions, but I think they may have worked some things out with this version. So let's go ahead and get into it. Now, this is going to be another rigid style case, not flimsy or anything like that. You're going to get that aramid carbon fiber-ish look, but when it comes to the feel, it's actually very soft, like a soft, rubbery kind of feel. It's kind of like a unique feel when it comes to the Mous cases. On the bottom down here, you do have your Mous branding there. On that right side, power button, you get that lanyard hold on this one as well. Same cutouts down to the bottom. Volume up, volume down, cutout for your mute toggle. And these are the buttons that has like the relief holes in them, the relief cuts. So it's not an actual full button, as you can see right there. You can kind of see right to the phone. But I like those buttons because they usually mean they're very tactile. Flipping over on that back, like I said, you get that ring for that camera. And on the inside, you can get this little circular thing here. That's going to be where your magnet is. This is MagSafe compatible. So good job putting MagSafe in this case. And also, if you see that green shock absorption material, that's going to be called air shock. That's going to be their technology that's going to absorb all of those bumps and different things like that. So good job there. And let's slap the case on there with the phone in the case and see how it feels. And I know how this phone feels with this case on because I've been using this combo for about a week or so now. And definitely one of my favorite combos right now for the 12 Pro Max. I kind of rotate cases. I'm a case snob, so I rotate cases just depending on the way I feel. And this has been in rotation. This has been one of my combinations here that has been in rotation. So let's go ahead and take a look at it. Let's start off with that power button. Nice and tactile. And before we go any further, let's take a look at those cameras because that's what I was concerned about. And this is protected by that lip that goes around it. So when you sit it down on its back, you don't have to worry about the cameras being exposed and actually touching the surface. You could be at a park or something and put it on a concrete and then boom, you may get a scratch on your lens, but the lens is all sapphire and all that fancy stuff. But you kind of want to protect your phone at all costs. The clear case might risk that just a little bit, but it is protected there. So nice little job. Take a look at the bottom. You see those speaker cutouts in your port. Everything is good. Volume up, volume down. Perfect. Nice and tactile. No issue at all. Mute toggle switch. There is no issue either. So good job with the overall concept of the phone. The fit, everything looks very good. Functions just like it should. Take a look at that late on the tail protection. This is just like the clear case where it kind of is flush on the sides, but as it gets to the top and the bottom, it does give you that ramp. So you are definitely good with that late on the tail protection with this Limitless 4.0. And that's what I have to expect because this does have a drop rating. Not sure what it is. I'll put it up on the screen when I find it out, when I go to the website and look. It does have a drop rating, man. So you're definitely going to need little things like that. how does the case fit on the phone? Once again, we're going to be talking about a very snug fit. So putting up at the top, before we continue, one thing that I want to talk about the top is, you see right here as I press, it's kind of hard to see, but you can see a little bit of the stainless steel on the border. As I press it, it goes away. So it's like a little air pocket right there. I'm not 100% sure if that's going to be a deal breaker for you. I'm not sure if it's this model or this particular case, but whatever it is, it should be, you know, I got an alert going on. Oh, it's an Amber Alert, man. Golly. 2 6-week-old twins. Ugh, man, some crazy stuff going on out here, man. But yeah, so that's just something I got to let you know of, man. When it comes to the top up here, it does have a little cushion, but just going along the sides, everything is smooth, everything is snug, no issues at all. Getting to the bottom down here, very snug, bounces back fast and sturdy. So the fit of this is good to go, just like the other previous version, man. Mouse case is always gonna give you that nice snug fit. And how does it feel in your hand? It feels pretty good. That's the reason why I like this case, man, because it has that perfect combination of protection and the way it feels in your hand. It doesn't feel slippery, and it's not bulky as I feel like the previous mouse cases have been. Previous mouse cases usually added a lot of bulk to it, but using this case right here for a few days and for a week or so, it feels pretty good in my hand, and I can easily use this case as a daily case because it doesn't bulk up my phone, and it gives me everything that I need, especially when we're talking about snug fit, MagSafe, and just overall protection. So good job, Mouse, when it comes to this case. Dropping it down on MagSafe works just fine. MagSafe. Once again, you heard the sound. It didn't give me the notification, but it does work just fine. The magnets are a little weaker than the clear case, but they are strong enough to where you can just pop it up here and don't have to fumble around. Once it finds that magnet, it's up there. It's good to go. So here is going to be the Limitless 4.0, and this is going to be their clear case offering. I hate to keep saying clear case offering because your boy should have did the research, I guess, before you started the video, but hey, that's a technical T video, man. I just get into it and tell you about the cases, man. But you already know for both of these cases, man, the links will be down in the description below. Go grab yourself one, man. I'm really a big fan of this Limitless 4.0. And actually, before we get out of here, there is one thing that I want to check out on this case that was a known issue with older mouse cases. So if you're a case enthusiast like myself, you remember mouse cases back in the day had a bad bowing. When you take a look at a mouse case, it looked like almost a U shape because of the way they molded the case, I guess. But looking at this one, it doesn't give me that U type shape. It may seem like it does, but that's because of that lay on the table design that I told you it had. So that issue is fixed, and we're talking about on both cases. It doesn't give you that insane bowing design. So good job, Mouse, with clearing that up and making a solid product for the iPhone 12 Pro Max, man. But check them out. Grab yourself one. I can recommend the Limitless. I'll use it, and I might continue to use it. It's definitely in my cases that I rotate in and out. But everyone, as always, man, do the YouTube things. Hit that like, comment down below. Hit that sub button. Turn that bell on so you don't miss out on any future videos on the channel. And definitely when we're talking about iPhone accessories, man, everyone please be safe. Catch you on the next one. Later.